I want to talk a minute about, I know the courthouse is a very sore subject. Sometimes politics plays into things that go on in the government, a lot of times. I'm only always going to tell you the truth. Before this year is up, the council, I believe, will vote to put it out to a vote of the people again. Is it right? Is it fair? The council, in this parish, the council makes those decisions. What I recommend, and I recommended it 3 years ago when I first took office, that this side of the river get together and craft legislation that if it passes, they might not get to 2/3. If they don't, start construction within 30 days. Give me the authority to do that. If it doesn't pass, then they leave the $2 million that's in the bank, allow us to get additional funds to rebuild the courthouse. My recommendation, if it would pass, would be a Katrina museum that would bring tourists here. Remember, we're working to get the court the full in the federal system, which will bring 500,000 visitors a year. Now, is that fair? The courthouse should go back there. You know, some people said, well, maybe we could sue to make it go back. Maybe we could. Because of the population shift, it's my belief that they will get it before the voters again. My fear is, I don't want to see that courthouse fall down. And my fear is, if they get 5 votes to put it to the ballot again, without putting money to that system, I would tie 5 jobs to it. So you got to hire 5 East Bank people, if it passes, to run that museum. I'd get everything in that bill you could. If you take the lead and introduce it, they're not going to vote against it. If you wait and they introduce it, we lose. If they don't leave money there and rebuild that, there's nothing I can do. But if we take the lead, and then if you want to campaign against it moving, and it fails, then all the money's there to start building it. But by waiting, why are we waiting? It's just falling apart more each day. If it goes to a vote to the people, and it doesn't get to 2/3 in that legislation, they have to fund and start construction immediately. If it passes, they got to start construction immediately to build a museum and hire 5 people to run it. At least we don't end up with a pile of rocks. I'm fearful that if they get the 5 votes to go to vote on it again, and they don't tie it to rebuilding that in some fashion, we're going to end up with nothing. That's my recommendation, but let me tell you, this parish charter, I cannot do anything without the vote of the council. And I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying, you got to get the funding, the right to sign a contract, the right to move forward on anything has to come from that council. I want to remind everybody about